from NRG Stadium in Houston. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The numbers on the ground for Pierce last week. 19 carries, 76 yards.
He's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try and find some people open downfield.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. They'll go option to the short side. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper. First and 10, it's Pierce. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now, Mills. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. And despite injuries like these, Charles, with these guys missing, they've been able to keep that pursuit of perfection alive so far.
That just shows the depth that they have on the roster and the guys who are serious about being ready when their number is called. Someone goes down, someone jumps in, and they don't.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Mixon. He'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now we're looking up in a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. He finds his man, complete. It's Rose. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, on 3rd down, they go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. The numbers for Mixon last week, pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love it when they're 6s.
On 2nd and 9, Burrow. He's got a man, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big pickup of 38.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. This guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
Stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
12 more yards there and another first down.
Now, that was a designed run. Now, remember, if a quarterback goes feet first, he's protected. But if he dives head first, he's not. On that play, he figured the risk was worth the reward.
Touchdown! Tyler Boyd. His second touchdown on the season.
And the Bengals go 98 yards and finish it off in the end zone.
One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
After the touchdown, on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
On second, and the ball is knocked out. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready, and above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 23 yards on the play. They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They're able to get a couple here. The run him across the plane as they stop him right around the line.
They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Mixon is into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And it's good to make it 14-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon.
After the touchdown, on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Well, the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Mills to throw it.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Trey Hendrickson. He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year.
Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively. And, Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive. And it's been paying off for them so far this game.
So now after the sack, Mills and the Texans needing to navigate a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
on as the punter. Johnston now as he sends this one away.
Fielded at the 33. A big kick that time, 52 yards.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
Here we go, here we go.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. And now they will throw it with Burrow. Forced out to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talked about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He put that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Burrow. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. And the Texans are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mills. That is incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
This time they stay on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll look to set up his blockers. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it.
And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They had the rear of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mills. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3.
Here we go.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger.
He's got a man complete. Tyler Boyd, he's going to go. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Bengals come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And it is now 21-0. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown.
After the touchdown, on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Out now comes the Houston offense as you take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC.
A CD after this game, there will be 4 weeks left in the regular season. So this is far from the final version of what we'll see come January, more of a first draft, if you will, as all these teams fight for a better position.
And you pointed it out so accurately there, Brandon. After this game, 4 weeks left in the regular season, and then the playoffs officially begin. But for some teams, trying to fight to make it to the playoffs, they're actually in a playoff push right now.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, here's Mills.
And a throw there going to be incomplete.
And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort.
Here's Cameron Johnston now.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
This is taken at about the 14.
A 57-yard punt, 11 on the return.
And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. Tyler Boyd and the rest of the offense heading back out. He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think it's what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns. That's the big one because he's paying off his results downfield.
And still more time here, third quarter. We'll see what else he has in store for us.
He'll drop this one down to Mixon.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
But that last throw, Charles, puts him over 15,000 yards passing now for his career.
And, Brandon, they're not going to stop the game and give him the game ball here, but that's still a pretty impressive number, and he's got plenty of more good football ahead of him. Although I would say the team should give him a game ball after it's all over.
Here we go.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Again, it's Mixon.
And space tough to come by there as they'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Here we go.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. They go play action with Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Mills now looks to throw on first down.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner?
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Play action. It's Burrow. Sliding out of the pocket.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again.
Picked off by Duron Harmon.
And the Texans will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. So that, Charles, maybe the play that this defense has been looking for.
They hung in there, and if they lose this game, it won't be from a lack of effort on their part. The key question is, can the offense finally do something? Because we're into the third quarter, and a 0 is still glowing on the scoreboard.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Now on 2nd and 13. Mills.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it certainly feels like this defensive group has figured this guy out to the tune of a big lead in this one. And you know that he's frustrated with how this game has gone. And now with back-to-back interceptions, he's got to find a way to get out of his own head and start making better plays.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range. And the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Burrow going to get this out to Boyd on the perimeter.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will see. Back now in Houston. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they go play action now. Burrow rolling to his right. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
It's been a fun game for him so far, but I think he tried to do just a little too much that time. Give the defense a rare win on that snap.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Burrow. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
With this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And the pick six we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a 2-possession game as they control their destiny in this fourth quarter. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. They will throw on first down with Burrow. Now he's going to let it go deep, back over the middle. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Jalen Petrie picks it off, and the Texans are right back in this football game. I think you and I were a little surprised back up in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me, because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. First down throw for Mills. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Trey Hendrickson. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly. Buying time. And the pressure gets to him again. Trey Hendrickson in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So now after the sack, Mills and the Texans needing to navigate a 3rd and long. They'll set up a throw. He's going to let it fly. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Mills, 4th down, gotta have it. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Bengals are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that one caught downfield by Boyd. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards, the final tally. Burrow looking to pass. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This pass complete to Higgins. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8.
Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Once again, they run with Mixon. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Mixon trying to punch it in, and he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals.
Joe Mixon
with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game.
And the Bengals add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
No problem there on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Houston's offense taking over again. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
To throw, Mills.
He's got a man, complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Mills can't get away, and down he goes.
Throwing on second and long. Mills under pressure again, and down he goes again. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals, and it's